Ladies first.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome aboard the PW Mayflower.
It's another glorious day on the Murray, and visitors to the Mannum Dock Museum board a unique piece of river history. Just how unique becomes clear when you delve into the story of Daniel Alexander, the man who oversaw the construction of the Mayflower in Moama, New South Wales, way back in 1884. Alexander was a giant of a man. It was said that he could talk underwater, the bloke could chew your ear off. He was also known to swear like a trooper. He was also notorious for not paying his debts. At 6'5", this West Indian certainly stood out on the Murray. A true legend of the river, a man dear to the heart of today's skipper, Warren Newton.
He was reputed to be the strongest man on the River Murray, plus the loudest and the best swearer, which is a good title to have, isn't it?
So he would have been well known.
I think he was a bit of a legend on the river, and maybe a bit of a larrikin with it as well.
Daniel Alexander ran the Mayflower as a woodcarter and bottle-o boat. Today it's the passengers who down the occasional bottle of bubbles on a 90-minute cruise. Truth be known, this part of the river looks pretty much the same as it did in Alexander's day. Although at times he pushed the Mayflower full throttle, trying to outrun his bankers who had repossessed the paddle wheeler for non-payment of loans. Now Alexander was having none of that, so he pinched the boat and bolted to Swan Hill. He was later arrested by the coppers and the bank commandeered the vessel, but somehow he managed to get a job back on the Mayflower.
He came back onto the Mayflower as a deckhand with his mate, Billy Pirate Wilson was the captain.
Billy who?
Pirate Wilson.
You're joking.
It's a great name, isn't it? I think there was one or two characters on the river in those days.
After the ups and downs of her first notorious owner, the Mayflower settled down to life as a fishing boat for the Krager family.
When Dad died, the sons, Harry and August, took over. And Harry got married and the three of them lived in this bottom part of the boat. But when August got married, his wife insisted on having the top cabin built.
She was a smart woman.
She was a smart woman.
Right.
And she pointed out to August that he had put odd doors on either side of the cabin. And August replied, well, it doesn't matter, you only look at one side at a time.
So August wasn't a man too obsessed with aesthetics. It was more about practicality.
No, very practical. He had 4 doors and they didn't match, but what the heck, they were doors.
Soon the grand old lady's passing a much older icon of the Murray, the Pondy Cliffs, with their array of sedimentary layers.
Apparently, each of those strata out there is around about 10,000 years.
Wow.
So you're travelling back in time.
Time travel with a champagne in hand, or perhaps you just want to drink in the views. The Mayflower is available for group bookings for that special occasion. Diane and Tom Olino remember theirs, even though the exact dates get a little hazy. And you had a special event on this boat?
I did a couple of years ago, yeah. I was very lucky.
It was only a year ago.
No, I'm 72 now, dear.
I won't get domestic.
We won't have
Was it good? Was it good? Let's not fight.
Well, it was unexpected. It was a special gift for me.
Perhaps you have a special day in mind. Why not spend it on the Mayflower, South Australia's oldest paddle wheeler? For details on cruises, contact the Mannum Dock Museum.